As I continue to learn more about this Facebook marketing, advertising for a local service or local contractor, I'm beginning to understand and realize that you have two types of customers at any given time. Both customers have the same problem, but one customer is already done. They're ready to go, they're ready to purchase, they're ready to hire, and ready to get things going. And you have another customer who's got the exact same problem. However, they're not ready to go, they're not ready to hire, they're not fully to the finish line and making that commitment quite yet. And as I'm learning more about this Facebook ads, I'm beginning to understand and realize that all of the marketing and advertising on that platform is aimed at this group of people that have that problem, but they're not ready to commit. Let me explain what I'm learning. What's up there, guys? This is here once again with Get Busy LLC, helping local services, contractors, local businesses understand this internet and show them how to use it to generate more business for their business. Now, as you guys probably already know, one of the main things I teach here is website design and SEO to get your business out there in front of people who are already looking for the service you provide in your local market. But one of the things that I have been wanting to experiment for a while now is utilizing Facebook ads and understanding that whole platform and how to market on Facebook and advertise on Facebook for a local contractor or home service business so that I can understand that and give contractors and these home service business owners other avenues, more ways to generate more leads without totally depending on Google and Google alone. And one of the reasons for that is because I see Google changing so much this last couple of years with the amount of advertising that they do nowadays, how they're taking up all that first page, how the organic listings are pretty much dead in the water now. People don't really go on there and solely focused on the Google map listing. One of the things I want to start to understand is how to use Facebook in a clever way, in a smarter way. Think about it as a marketer and reach potential customers for a local contractor in a particular area. And as you guys know, I've been starting to experiment with an asphalt paving contractor, and we're just winging this thing out. We're figuring things out, and we're determined to make this thing work and trying to figure it out. And one of the things that I've been doing is I've been taking a course called Ads by Laurel, I believe that's her name. Taking a course. There's tons of hours of learning and understanding. And I'm one of those guys that just has the tenacity and the stubbornness to go through it and try to understand it. That's what I did with website design and SEO, and just till I completely mastered it. And this is what I'm determined to do with the Facebook ads as well. And if those of you guys have seen some of my Facebook ad videos that I'm starting to document, one of the first things I'm starting to learn is that you have to create video ads and send them out there and target them in a local area. And the sole purpose is not to generate leads with those ads, other than to, in a way, generate interest in the service. So the way that I'm doing it right now is I pretty much have two ads going out. They're $5 each. One is strictly for driveways, the other one's for parking lots. And what I'm doing with those ads are about 60 to 70 seconds long. What I'm doing is I'm explaining to customers in that area, which is Reno and the Reno area, some of the things they need to look for in their driveway if they're thinking about getting it repaired or replaced, resurfaced, overlays, that sort of thing, and try to capture people that in the back of their mind, they're thinking about getting their driveway done. Because what I try to tell people is that people go on Facebook not to buy things. They go on to screw off, entertain themselves, look at silly videos, whatever they do, they go to escape reality for a while. But if you capture people that have an interest in, they have a problem, there's ways, clever ways of figuring that out. So what I'm understanding with these Facebook thing and the ads is you're trying to capture people that have a particular problem, but they ain't fully committed to actually getting that problem fixed quite yet. So let me see if I can explain it with a picture here of a football field. So for what I'm about to explain, I'm going to try to get you guys to picture a football field, right? And on this side, we got people that are thinking about getting asphalt paving. Let's say they got a driveway, let's say they got a parking lot, they got let's say a HOA, they're looking to repave their roads, right? There's always going to be a group of people that want to get paving. And then there's some people that are pretty much made up their mind to go ahead and get the job done. So you got a bunch of people in that area that are looking to get asphalt paving done, that sort of thing. They need to get it done. They talk about it often with their spouses, with their business, whatever it is. So you got this group of people right here, right? And this is the reason that SEO is so damn effective. It's so sought after, it's so expensive, and it's hard to do because what happens with some of these people here that eventually, let's say, for example, this guy owns a parking lot in an apartment complex, and somebody tripped over a pothole in the parking lot and the resident got hurt, but it wasn't too serious, but it was a wake up call for him. It's like, damn, I really need to get my paving done. And like I said, this scenario could work for anything. If we're somebody who's thinking about they're getting their carpets cleaned, and some people that are ready to get their carpets cleaned, some people that are thinking about getting their junk removed, and some people that tripped over going into their garage over a pile of crap and they've had enough. At that point, they're ready to make the purchase. They're ready to hire. They're ready to hire the service, things like that. So this is why SEO is so damn effective. Because let's say out of those group of people, then you find people, that's it. They've made up their mind. They've had enough. They want this service no matter what. So they pull out their phone. They type in paving contractor, paving company near me, and they start making calls. They start booking appointments. They start getting out free estimates. And this is what SEO is all about, is getting these types of customers here. And one of the things that I've realized, because before I got into this Facebook stuff, some of the reasons I didn't really want to do it was there was no way to get these customers over here that are fed up and they're ready to buy, to get them found on Facebook. Because again, on Facebook, you're going on there to screw off and just waste time. You're not looking for this. You don't have that mindset where you've made up to the point where you want to hire or get out free estimates for this example, asphalt paving services. But the method that I'm learning is that there's still a large group of people at any given time that are looking for asphalt paving services. They have that problem, but they haven't reached this far along on the football field and ready to buy. And this is what you are aiming for with Facebook. And this is what I'm starting to figure out and start to understand. Will this work out? Hell, I don't know. I'm trying it and I'm going to try to crack this puzzle to make this work. But the idea here is to capture these people's attention. They still need paving. They haven't reached the point to make the purchase yet, but they still need the service. So how to get to them? And this is why I've been making those videos talking about what to look for on your driveway to know if you need either repairs or a full installation. I'm making video ads talking to business owners, property managers to look what to look for in their paving to see if they possibly need just a patchwork, some repairs, some sealing, or do they need an overhaul and complete parking lot redone, right? These are some of the questions these people are asking themselves. So if these people stumble on that video that's playing on their Facebook feed and they watch, let's say 50% of it, what Facebook will do is keep these people's information. Facebook will let me know that these people watched 50% of the video and it'll create a list for me, an invisible list for me that these people watched 50% of that video. Now, once I've gathered up enough people, let's say 500 people that watch 50% of those videos that I've made, then at that point, I can start retargeting with different types of ads. I can start targeting about, take a look at some of our latest projects. We just did a parking lot for this one place in this one area. Take a look at it. It looked like crap before. Now it looks better. Take a look at this customer's driveway. They were parking their cars and their trailers and RV on mud for years until they finally decided to get an asphalt paving. Check a look before and after. I've been thinking about doing some ads like a carousel of reviews from the company. Take a look at our latest projects, look at the reviews locally in the local area, possibly an ad that says, here's what you need to do when you're hiring an asphalt paving contractor. Make sure they do this, make sure you do this, make sure they give you a free quote. They go out there, take a look at the project, things like that, but only targeted the people that watched 50% of those videos. So I'm gradually placing them over here. All these people are going to start to walk over or run down the field. And when they're ready to buy, guess who they're going to go to? They're going to go to the guy that's been placing ads in front of them consistently and doing it on a cheap budget. What I'm trying to figure out is how to create two $5 ads that target these people. And then I could maybe do 2 or 3 retargeting types of ads to these groups of people that we pull from those video ads and slowly push them along to the ready to buy finish line. And some of those people are going to know the brand name of that business. They're going to get to know them on a more personal level based on the posts that I put on there. Some of them are going to go, you know what? Let me look them up on Google to see if they're any good. They're going to go on Google and look this business up and see if they have a great website, top of the search results, great reviews, plenty of pictures. So in a way, we're building up the brand of this business using this. Again, this is all theoretical in my mind. This is what I'm experimenting and trying to figure out. And I'm hoping that it works. I hope maybe it'll fall flat on my face and the whole damn thing will go down in a ball of flames, but I want to figure it out and I'm determined to figure out a method to make this work. Another reason that I really want to try this and make this work is because with this philosophy is the exact philosophy that I followed for my personal business of website design and SEO. What I did was I built out a series of videos on YouTube helping local businesses, local contractors, local home service providers to understand the internet, understand SEO, understand website design, understand a Google business profile, that kind of thing. I start to build a relationship with these people. You might be one of them. They've reached out to me, and then I give them a quote on my SEO services or the website design, that sort of thing. But one of the things I've noticed is that some people reached out to me after watching me for 3 months, for 6 months, for 8 months, for 12 months. I've built up that trustability, that brand equity, I guess that's what you would call it. So there was a bunch of people on that football field that are ready for a website. And there's a bunch of people on that football field that are thinking about a website, thinking about SEO. They're sitting in there. They haven't decided yet, but I'm feeding into that group of people. So the same idea, I believe, is how you should use Facebook against again, this is just in theory. Like I said, I'm learning a lot from the Ads by Laurel and that course I've been taking. Like I said, it's aimed more for coaching programs and things like that. But it's got to be a way to implement this for local contractors. And this is what I want to do. Another reason I want to learn this stuff is I talked to this ChatGPT thing quite a bit. And I was asking it this morning, just for example, do you see a growing trend where ChatGPT is going to start recommending local businesses and local contractors and local services? And it flat out told me yes. It's going to be a day and time when more and more people are going to use these AI for local contractors, local services, and things like that. And I asked ChatGPT, how are you going to make that determination on who you're going to recommend when, say, somebody looks up, hey, who's a good carpet cleaning service in my area? How are you going to make that determination? And ChatGPT straight up told me, look, I'm going to be looking at the Google business profile. I'm going to look at the reviews. I'm going to look at your reviews on Yelp. I'm going to look at the structure of your website. Are you informative with the customer? Let them know everything that you do. I want to make sure that you're locally relevant. I'm going to see that if you're out there in the local community, if you're posting up on Instagram, on Facebook, and things like that, if people know your brand, that sort of thing. All the logical things that you would think like, as a regular human being, it explained to me flat out. And I kind of undersee and I could see the writing on the wall, how things are going to change. Google's not going to be 90% of where people are going to be getting business anymore. Just one of the things I theorize, right? It'll still be a big portion. But I think if you're like for example, a carpet cleaning company in a smaller town, and if you're able to figure out this Facebook stuff, to go along with your SEO, to go along with your Google business profile. People know your brand, that sort of thing. Your combination, people just know you, overwhelmingly know you in a particular town. Who do you think this AI stuff's going to recommend when people start looking for a local carpet cleaning or whatever the business might be? This is one of the reasons that I really want to understand these Facebook ads, even though it's a pain in the ass. It's hard for me to work on the platform and things like that, targeting and all that stuff. I'm beginning to understand it. Like I said, I'm a stubborn SOB who's willing to just go into trenches and figure this crap out, figuring out this retargeting. Right now, what I'm trying to do is add codes and all this stuff so I can track the leads that are coming into the website strictly from Facebook ads. It's a pain in the ass. I don't know if I'm figuring it out. Sooner or later, I will figure it out. So I'll give you guys the data from some of the stuff that I'm getting. I know I'm getting a lot of clicks, a lot of visits on the website. What I'm trying to figure out is how to track people that actually call or fill out the email form directly off the Facebook ads. So that's basically what I'm trying to figure out at this current day and time. I still do the SEO stuff, the website design stuff, because that still works like crazy to this day. And it's crazy too, because I've built such well-structured websites, great content, good reviews for some contractors that I do check to see if they even show up when on that ChatGPT and some of these AI platforms, and they actually do. And I do believe, because it's the way I've structured the websites, the backlinking profile I've done for some of them, things like that, that's really helped out. In fact, I've done it for guys that have multiple locations, and you can learn to do all of this stuff completely on your own. I have a group down here in the description. You guys could check it out. You guys can get my templates, my website design, the entire process that I use to help business owners get to the top of the search results, especially that Google business profile. So again, you guys check it out in the description below. You guys can join, learn how to do all that stuff. Pretty straightforward. I try to make it as easy as possible. And as I was describing, I've done this for people that have multiple listings and using the same website. As a matter of fact, I created a video just last week that shows people how you can use the same website to rank 2 Google business profiles at the same time. You can check out that video right here. And that's all I got for you guys today. Until next time.